Hello, hello.
Hmm.
It's time. It's time for some judging. I don't have a ladies and gentlemen intro because it's not the main show. I realised that as I started to do it, and I was like, oh no. We are going to be here tonight awarding some results from the March painting competition that finished up a week or two ago. It was monsters and vehicles. There were no monsters, which is our main criticism of all of you. Is where were the monsters, guys? Come on, sort it out. Before we dive into it, I am joined for the first time on the painting competition by a very talented little painter. It is the lovely Ben Pierce of Trash Plus Plus. Ben, how are you doing?
Hello, Tom. I'm good. I'm actually, speaking of painting, I've been busting my way through some grotesques tonight,
Oh yes, look
trying to
at
get them
that.
sorted in his long,
Very
gangly
tidy.
Talos arm. But
I'm
that's
really curious to see if they can actually make grotesques that look as cool as the Flesh Eater Corpse plus
it,
Talos kit grotesque because it
it's
just looks perfect.
they
Right?
do fit really well, don't they? They
They
do
just
fit
slot
so well
right in there.
together.
You're like, they fit that aesthetic down to the
That is
ground. They look awesome.
just
What are
perfect.
the color schemes for your grots?
Um, it's mainly black and skin. It's really boring. I can't lie. I'm
Okay,
gonna
okay.
try and get some of my standard pinks and oranges in there, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not quite sure where yet.
Okay.
We'll see.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Right. Well, wonderful. Ben, you're going to be taking the lead for the painting judging because I am not a natural painter. We obviously had a bunch of great entries, really exciting. A lot of different vehicles, people who got really committed and got really stuck into the project. So we'll be awarding the first, second, and third place. All of those people will receive a small financial reward for their troubles. But we've decided that this time as well, there will be an invitation for the winner of first place to come on and potentially judge the next competition, which is already underway. So we will, of course, make contact with that individual and see how they feel. But if they'd like to, it'd be really fun to have people who've already come up through the show be able to then pass judgment on everybody else. And passing judgment is what we're all about here. We're a very, very judgmental bunch of people, as you all know. So I think without further ado, what we're going to do is work through the entries, and then Ben's going to hit us with his final ranking. But I'm very curious to get Ben's initial thoughts on the different ones as well. So let's start with this entry from Gizmo the Wizard. We have here a Hellbrute. Take us through some of the thoughts on this, Ben.
So it's Emperor's Children, so that's a win for me already. Not
Yes.
biased, but that is a
Yes.
little bit of a win.
Uh-huh.
So looking at this further a minute ago, actually, I did notice that all of those whites and the purples are all metallic, which is really interesting. It's really hard to get quite smooth. I
Mm.
love the paled out flesh on this guy.
Yeah, that's really nice. The bruising around the limb is nice,
Bruising,
isn't
that's
it?
it. The gore and the grim on it. It's really really nice. It's very fitting of
And
Hellbrute.
he's got a little tactical log, I think, or tactical rock. I can't tell quite what that is. I think
It's
it's a log.
tactical log plus rock. It is. It
Yeah,
is
which
tactical
will
rock.
that have required a little bit of additional posing on the stubby little legs as well, which is
I
quite
think
nice.
so. Looking at some of the other photos, I'm looking at the other bits now. It looks like he has done some reposing of it, which is no small feat on these old boxy boys.
Yeah, I
Um,
think that's very cute, and yeah, it's a very pretty scheme.
it's like that. I like that a lot. I'm a big
Excellent,
fan of that. Flesh is
very well
good.
done, Gizmo. We did have one caveat, didn't we? Which is that the this isn't actually playable in the new Emperor's
Mm,
Children books, which is a bit sad.
sad times. Sad times. They could have given us a Hellbrute. One las cannon's not going to hurt, right?
But yeah, very well done, Gizmo the Wizard. We're a big fan of this. It looks lovely. Okay, next up we have this entry from Stu. And Stu was building out a contingent of predators for his world eaters. Look at this. What do you reckon, Ben?
Well, you're doing world eaters wrong, Stu. Just throw it out there. It's not very
Gun?
country of
What?
you,
No.
but it's very nice. I like the color scheme. That's like a heresy color scheme, isn't it? I think
Mm.
if my law knowledge is accurate.
It is. It is
Um,
indeed.
I'm a big fan of trying the OSL light in there and
Yes.
the
Yes.
smokestack effects. Really
Yeah.
nice. Very good effort on them.
Mm.
And all the dusting as well. That's either dust or blood. I guess either
Yeah.
works. I guess
It
either
could be
works.
either. Yeah, he could have basically just been running people over on a Mars type planet, and just it's all mixed together now. It's
It all
just
makes sense,
all
and I respect
just
that.
caked in orangey red. Yeah,
It's very worldy, is he? Maybe that's how they got red armor. Just so much blood.
could be. I suspect it is a
That's the
factor.
law, right?
Yeah, yeah, just covered in blood, mate. Just covered in
Just
blood.
covered in blood. But no, great effort there. It's good little highlights on there as well, which is just zooming in now, I spot.
Yes, I think it's a really nice, neat, and tidy little tank.
Very neat, yeah.
And these pictures out, and it does. I do like seeing the old heresy schemes as well. I think that's very, very cool.
Yeah, we respect the heresy.
Excellent. Running it next, we have an entry from And oh, hold on. What have I done? What's that?
What's he done?
I think I've not shown And's entry. I've accidentally shown Ten's entry, but that's fine. We'll work with Ten's. These are some glowing Castellan robots.
Now,
what is not to love about this?
It's great. I have to respect anybody that wants to take the time to put LEDs into anything, because that is a lot of effort.
It is.
A lot of batteries. How do you even get? Where do you put the batteries? Like, how do
I
you hide it?
know.
It boggles my mind. These simple electronic boards.
Yeah.
But these are very cool. I'm all for glowing Admech. I really like those lava bases. Actually, they're really cool. He's gone for like the really chunky lava.
Yeah, and it's sort of
you often between see the flat lava, don't you? But
yeah, so the darker armor and then the lava gives it all that sort of black and orange glows,
there, isn't it? It's, no, they're really cool.
I think
well done,
probably what I'm going to be unhelpful and request that Ten do an entire army in this so that we can see it.
Yep.
I'd love to see an entire Admech army glowing orange and dark and lava. I think that'd be really cool.
I think it's a cheat code to winning Best Painted awards. That's what I'm going to say.
I think it absolutely is, and Castellan robots. It's just nice to see them competing. I think that's cool. It doesn't happen all the time, so here we are. It's very, very nice for them. And Ten says the batteries are in the rocks, so there you go. Makes a lot of sense. So hence the chunky lights.
Chunky lights,
yeah. Very good.
It's very clever. There we go.
It's absolutely beautiful. Really cool, Ten. Very, very well done indeed. So that's 10. Let's attempt again to show Andy's rather than someone else's instead. This is a chaotic Leman Russ with a very long barrel. Ben, what do you think of this?
I love this, Andy. Yeah. This is stunning. It is a work of art there, and again we've gone for that muzzle burn on the melters.
Oh yes,
but I have to call out the freehand because those runes on the barrel, although not quite in focus here, but they are fantastically done. That freehand is hard, and also the two little bloody handprints on that door.
It's so nice.
So nice. It's so nice. You even put some yellow in there, which is always a big respect. And you've actually got all of the rivets as well, by the looks of things. That used to be my favourite trick. Stay up till 4 a.m, dotting rivets on.
Yeah, I mean that and the rusting. There's just so many different aspects to this that will have all taken an awful lot of time and love in their own right. And then it's also like a converted chaotic rust, which is really cool.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've got it.
You can tell it's chaos because it's firing backwards because it's already charged through the lines. It's not in formation. It has crashed through the ranks and is now swiveling firing into the combats of its own men because it's completely disregarding of that. Andy is fessing up to some decals in there. That's fine.
Oh no, you've ruined my evening. And
take him out of the running, Ben. Put him down.
We're gonna put him in decal jail now.
So. Yeah, decal jail. That's fine. But I mean, what a piece of work. And which terrain format is that behind? Is that the LEGO set? Is that the? I've not played on that in a while, but I hear it's pretty good. So it's pretty fun.
Pretty good.
Okay, very well done, and that is awesome. Right, moving it along, we have Ham Wallet next. Here we go. It's a Redemptor Dreadnought. It's friggin' yellow. Deal with it.
It is
what do
yellow.
We think?
that is very yellow, and I have to respect that because it's done very cleanly.
Yes.
I say, having looked at the pictures a little bit closer, it's very cleanly done yellow. Not a lot of streak in there, which is a hard thing to do.
It's tough to do yellow.
I've tried yellow once, and I've never been back because it's horrible. It's a horrible colour to paint and work with.
Yeah.
He has done a fantastic job here of this.
I think it's remarkable, yeah.
And a great job of hitting all the metallic contrasts in there as well.
Yeah.
To really break up that yellow to make it a little bit more readable.
Yeah. And he's got a Gatling Redemptor, which if they hadn't immediately nerfed Dose at the moment out of the gate, would have been one of the most powerful units in the game for 3 months.
Yep.
But ultimately wasn't. But I still think that's cool.
It wasn't. It's very
cool. Yeah. It's extremely sexy. Very well done, Hamill. We like that a lot. Next up, we have Craftworld Campari with this Sisters tank. I think it's a Rhino. And he's got a little priest on there.
I think it is.
Priest on there doing some priestly things. I mean, there were a lot of photos of this all the way around, and it's really nice, very detailed.
It's very nice, very well done, very well done. Actually, I've got to give him big props because those faces on those little two men are done very well.
Yes, no, I thought that the actual detail on the guy, really well.
Yeah. I like the fact that he's painted the screens in, and he's got like an internal bit to it. I assume this feels somewhat Heresy converted as well.
Yeah, I think it might be with the doors.
There's something going on there, isn't there? But like he's even done like the inner cockpit and stuff, and that's a level of attention.
It's a rare glimpse of a vehicle in downtime, which you don't get. Like none of the models really in 40k are having their sort of chill, are they? They're all busy. This is like a sort of almost behind the lines before it kicks off. Little snapshot of what might be going on with a Rhino getting blessed. So that's fantastic.
Oh, I like it.
It's a little bit. It's almost a scene in its own right.
Yes.
I think it's really nice. So to turn your dedicated transport into an actual scene is pretty cool. Really cool. So well done, Craftworld Campari. Okay, taking it on, we have Jim Jong-un, who sent a video of his completed entry, which was this Dark Angels Dreadnought, but he didn't. In all the photos, it was on its way to assemble. So I include it here with its arms off. But this was lovely, bold Dark Angels with the old school red on there. What did you think of this one, Ben?
Yeah, he's nailed it. He's nailed the scheme here. Amazing. He's got all his little edge highlighting in there on his greens, which is always tedious. So. Respect to anyone who wants to go around and highlight all of those panels because I could never. But no, he's executed this fantastically. It's really clean. Yeah, in the video, I've watched the video as well. Very, very clean paint job, and I'm here for it. It's really, really nice. Really well done.
100%. Yeah, really, really cool. Well done, Ginger One. So then there is one final entry. It is from Fresh Bread. For some reason, the file we had was not playing ball, so I'm going to share screen and we're going to go find Fresh Bread's unique Chthonian Deepkin. So this was a converted Necromunda model. So here we go. Let's see. Have we got screen share? Add to scene. Here he is. Do some cropping so that people can see me and Ben because we're really important. There we go. Crop that little bad boy. Look at this.
This is nice.
This is just lovely. Now I actually got to see this in person at the Invitational because Ben brought his Votann army to the Invitational where he podiumed. So well done, Ben.
Well done.
And this is just, it's got lots of little things that jump out at me. I mean, do you want to take it away first, Ben?
Lots and lots of little things in there. First of all, it's giving me Big Daddy vibes. Have you ever played BioShock, Tom?
Yes. Yeah.
It's giving Big Daddy vibes. So that's
yeah.
I like that. We're cool with that. But there's a lot of little chipping and weathering and scratches in there that you have to zoom in to find. There's a lot of little details and little subtleties about this that really help complete it. I think he's nailed his highlights and shadows there. They're so seamless and seem so natural. This is great, and it's purple, so it's always going to get a win from me.
Yes, the purple
is there. It's
no.
Unless you're an orc player, I mean, you guess you could say, why is there a floating claw? But I assume that joke's been done to death at this point. But
I think the scheme is done lovely. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. And the basing's nice as well. Nice. Yes. Managed to find a rock Eunice that contrasted well with it. And I like the claw. I think that just the battle weathering on the claw or the use weathering on the claw is really fun.
Really good on that.
Really, really strong entry. So very well done, Fresh Bread, for that. So we'll bugger that image off the screen. Go on. Off you go.
Go away.
It's gone. So, just a reminder, we'll be awarding third, second, and first place. There will be a small cash reward for each of those places, but also first place is going to be invited on to judge the next month's entry with us. Before we jump into the awards, we will, of course, announce what the current competition is, and that is a team. It could be any team from any aspect of Games Workshop, probably any other game if you were really fussed. But we'd like to see a team, whether that's a Blood Bowl team, a Kill team, whatever else. You can come up with any spin to justify it. But if you have a team you'd like to paint, we'll be collecting those in end of April. A slight bit of leeway either side. So yeah, do get your entries in. Come and join us in the Discord. Obviously, we run painting competitions on a regular basis. We'd love to have you there. Thanks everyone who's liked and subscribe to us. And a small YouTube membership is all it takes to unlock entries for painting competition. So thanks everyone who's been chucking those our way as well. Sweet, right, Ben. What we got?
Okay. Are we ready?
Let's go. Yeah.
So, third place.
Yep.
We've gone for Craftworld Campari's Rhino, Sisters Rhino.
Oh, it's very, very good.
It's very nice. It's very, very nice. I think actually, I'm going to say 1, 2, and 3 are all really tight here.
Yeah, I completely agree. Tight. This one was, I think, my favourite in some ways, just because of it made me think of like Golden Demon because like a different posing, a different way of looking at the universe. So I think Craftworld Campari's done a fantastic job there. Really well done. Right, what then in second place, Ben?
Second place, we have Fresh Bread.
It's Fresh Bread. He's back once again. Oh, look at him. There he is. Very nice.
Yeah.
This one, I mean, it's Votan, so Votan Bias says, I judge this to be excellent. That's just the way of it. It's beautiful. We love purple, and I can confirm it's just as awesome looking in real life. So very well done, Fresh Bread. Fantastic work. Right then, Ben, what does that mean for our winner?
So, for our winner, as I am informed, a regular, we have Anden is Rust.
Oh, yes. And the serial painting competition champion. Extremely well done, as always. Quite a remarkable entry. You'd be pretty struck if you saw that across the table from you. I think there's nothing more chaotic than a Rust firing backwards. That still just gets me as a posing choice. I just think it's awesome. And then, aside from the conversion, the actual paint job itself is stunning. Brings so many different things out. So really, really cool. So you, in addition to your reward, will be, you're very much invited if you would like to, and you'll be welcome to come and join us on the next judging show for the painting competition, which everyone knows takes place a surprisingly long time after it's closed because Tom doesn't get his shit together, as is now becoming a tradition. So I wouldn't want to surprise me the other way. But well done to all our entrants. You're all absolutely amazing. It's been so fun celebrating the creativity, and what I love now is that little group sort of run themselves in that Discord. They're already on to the next thing. They knew what they wanted to do. They wanted to do teams.
Keen, aren't they?
So it's just awesome to have that aspect of our community here, and you're all a credit to the hobby. So really, really well done. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, it has to be said, just so many strong entries. So really well done. They
were all really strong. And I'd say that top 3, it was so difficult.
So good. Yeah, 100%. Andy says, "I'll see you guys in July." Then, yeah, this guy gets it. The way I'm currently slowing down and collapsing, I think that's probably absolutely spot on. No. All right. So all that remains to be done is say thank you to everyone for entering. You all rock, and a huge thank you to Ben for coming on and lending his expertise. You're amazing, Ben. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, that is us done. We'll see you presumably next week for more of all this stuff with the nerding and the stuff that we do. All right,
going, guys. Keep it
up. Bye now. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye.